Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. So I'll start my session for today's training. The training is about getting familiar with KMC resources, which will cover e-journals, e-book, and online databases. So if you can hear me, so everything is okay, right? So without further ado, I'll go to. Okay, thank you, Ms. Azli. Okay, so here is the topic that I will cover for today's training session. The overview of KMC resources, INSEF Knowledge Portal, and KMC Portal, and also INSEF Knowledge Repository, where you can find our faculty member publications and also the past examination papers. How to embed our collection in Google Scholar, and also
is it possible to share the screen to make it big? Did you share? I can see your screen, but it's only half of the screen with half of your video. Because when I sit into webinar, the lecturer's video face is actually at the side on the top, and the screen is actually full screen.
Okay, let me explore. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I think I will adjust on my end. It's okay. I will adjust. I will make your
100% now.
100% already. Okay, okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, our resources or our collection. So basically, like others library, we have the print collection and the online collection or the electronic collection. So for books, we have general, reference, and special collections. Special collection refers to the red spot and thesis. And the content that I will touch on is on the ebook sites and also the scholarly database sites. Okay, if there is a request to hands-on a little bit on the financial databases, I can do it also after the sessions. Okay, and we also will cover on institutional repository, which is the IKR. Okay, so my intention is that I will show you the slides, and after the component of the slides, for example, the INSEF Knowledge Portal and Kmc Portal ends, we will have some hands-on to show you the searching and the techniques to use the platform. Okay. So on how to access the KMC portal, you can access it from the INSEF websites, www.insef.org, okay, and click the Knowledge Management Center link, okay, and straight away go to INSEF Knowledge Portal. Okay. So this is the components of INSEF platform. We have KMC Portal, which is the main reference for KMC related information, where you can find our latest postings or latest announcement. We also promote our faculty member publication, the recent publication that they have made, and also the links to INSEF subscriptions and videos. For external members, they can also see our visiting and membership informations, and also the Islamic finance related links. Okay, and these site stats on the top right hand, we have the links to INSEF Knowledge Repository, where it is an institutional repository or the digital archive. The purpose is to show and enable INSEF knowledge and academic works, which I mentioned earlier, the faculty publications, to be discovered by the stakeholders, the public, and also the researchers which conduct the same interest or the same subject in that particular field. Okay. And at the bottom one, we have our social media page, KMC Facebook page, and also our INSEF Thought Leadership blogs. Okay. This is the blogs which are written by our faculty member, which are not published in their publications. So this is more their personal views. Okay, so I'll go to KMC Portal. Okay. So here you need to log in with your student ID. So your student ID credentials by right supposed to be single sign-on. So what IDs and password that you use in your LMS, in your Moodle or university, you will use the same ID and credentials. Okay. Okay, so the purpose is to look for materials or look for books and ebooks. So once you click, once you hit your search term or your keyword, okay. For example, I'm using banking here, and I click search. I will get around 1,400 results. Okay. So you can narrow down or filter by using the left-hand side limit search results, where you can limit the format, the language, and the publication date. So if you need the recent one, you can filter it to the recent publication here. Okay. So if you need only ebooks, then you can filter electronic resources only. So that is the filtering. Okay. So besides to look for materials, you can also check your KMC account. Okay. So under the My Accounts, you will see your checkout history. Okay. So you can monitor if you have any pending items that you have borrowed that you are not yet to return to KMC. Okay, so you can check under My Account, under Checkouts tab. Okay. And if you have reserve or hold an item, you can go to the Holds Item tab. Holds mean that you are reserving or holding items which are currently be checked out by in KMC. Okay. For example, if you're looking about a particular book on Sukuk, but the item or the books is not available in KMC, then you can place a hold. So the person who are currently check out or holding that item will be unable to renew or to extend their borrowing privilege. Okay. Okay, you can see your fines and your status. So currently mine is status is okay. So I'll just go to KMC Portal. Okay. So currently have logged into my KMC Portal account. So for example, I'm looking for fintech. Okay. So this is my keyword, fintech, and I click on search. Okay, so currently we have 20 results for books and ebooks that related to fintech. Okay. Okay, and you can also use the filtering to look for the, for example, if you're looking for the recent publication, you can show all the publication year. So we have from the year 2018 to 2020 publication. Okay, so I also, okay, this is the format. So currently we have 19 print or physical book and 1 electronic resources, which is the ebook for fintech. So let's say I'm looking for this particular one, fintech digital currency in the future of Islamic finance. Okay. So if I further click on the title, you can see that the details of the book, and this is electronic resources, which is this is ebook. Okay. So you can see the description here, electronic access available in ProQuest ebook central. Okay. So if I can like copy the title and further click to this link, so it will bring me to ebook list of collections, and I can further go to ProQuest because at the previous page it mentions that the ProQuest is available in the book is available in ProQuest ebook central page. Okay. So this is the list of ebook platform that KMC has at the moment. Okay. So I further click on the link. So I just paste the title and click search. Okay. So this is the particular books that I'm looking at: fintech, digital currency, and the future of finance. Okay. So now the status is available. So you can either read online. Read online means it will open the ebook viewer, so you can read it online. Download books means you will download the copy of the whole ebook in your PC or in your laptop. So the borrowing privilege is differs by our platform. So some platform offers you 7 days, some offers 14 days. Okay. So you can, so for this particular platform, ProQuest, you can see here the book can be checked out up to 7 days. Okay. And if you have, let's say you don't need to check out or to read the whole particular book, and you're only interested in certain chapters of the book, okay, you can also download the chapters, the individual chapters. Okay. So for example, if you are looking for only for the contract for Murabaha home financing, so you can download the chapter that related to your interest or to your research. Okay. So this is the components of chapter 4. So if you're interested, you can only download the PDF for the chapter 4 instead of downloading the whole book. Okay. So besides ebook platform, you can click on Explore Collections. And these are the types that our materials or our contents. So monograph refers to our physical book. Okay, so if currently our campus is closed due to the MCO, so if the MCO has been lifted, then you are able to come to the campus, then you may use or utilize the physical or the print collections. Okay, so this is the ebook platform that I have mentioned. Okay, so we have collection from ProQuest, EBSCO, from Gale Virtual Library, Gale Virtual Reference Library, from Science Direct, Taylor and Francis, and also from Wiley Online Library. Okay. So next is the e-journals and e-magazines. Okay. So these are the list of our platform for e-journals and e-magazines. Online database refers to our financials and scholarly databases. So this is the individual databases that we subscribe. So if you just want to go to Emerald, you can click on this link. Okay. So besides our Kmc Portal and individual databases, I'll go to the slides. So we also have our Kmc Knowledge Portal. Okay.
Sorry, Hanif.
Yep.
When you click on e-journal and magazine, for me, I only have 4 icons. Is my link an old link?
E-journals and magazine.
Just now? You go e-journals at the bottom. Can I see you had Sign Direct also, right? Oh yeah, 4. The one that you sent just now is what?
Online database. Online database.
Oh, that's online database.
Yeah.
So what's the difference with e-journal and magazine?
E-journals, because previously we subscribed to Time, Economist, and Fortune, if I'm not mistaken. So we listed the titles in e-journals and magazine. But since 2017, we stopped the subscription. So only these 4 remains. Because in this platform, for example, Brill, we don't subscribe to the subject collection. We only subscribe to this particular 2 titles only. Same goes to Oxford. So we subscribe to individual title.
So this Sign Direct is different from the online database Science Direct.
Actually, it's the same, but
it's the same. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. It will also go to sciencedirect.com.
All right. So, but what it's saying is that our latest one, just click online database and no need to go to the e-journal.
Yep, correct.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll go to INSEF Knowledge Portal. Okay. So INSEF Knowledge Portal is acts as a INSEF. I can say that as an INSEF Google. Okay. So which I showed you earlier is the individual. You look for materials in individual database. Okay. So for example, if you're looking for a topic, for example, social finance, you need to go, first of all, you must go to Google. That's the common or the typical ways. Okay. And maybe you want to utilize our collection, you will perform the same keyword search in Emerald, in Science Direct, and in our e-journals or e-book platform. Okay, but by using the INSEF Knowledge Portal, you will just need to perform this single search, and our database will cross all our subscribed platform and provide you the search results in one page. Okay. Okay. So while you typing your keyword, for example, social finance, the system will suggest you the related items that comes with the topic. And this is the tips for how to use the Boolean operators. Some of these tips you can also use in Google. For example, we have truncations, which is the asterisk marks, where you can use in the Sharia keywords, for example, because we have multiple spellings for Sharia. Okay, because we are focusing in Islamic finance and banking, so you will find this keyword, which is common in Islamic finance subject. Okay, and you also can use the wildcard, which is the question mark. Okay, so for example, in Wakaf we have also multiple. So far we have two spellings, which is WAQAF and WAKAF. Okay. So if you want to retrieve both result, either QAF or KAF, you can use this question marks to replace Q and F. So the search result that you will get is both. You will get the search result from QAF and KAF. Okay. And also you can use the multiple character wildcard, which is the hash. Same as the truncation asterisk, but for example, the Sharia, it will go only by single character. Okay. For example, the AH will only stop at RI, if I'm not mistaken. But for banking, for example, you use the bank and you put the hash icon, it will retrieve banks, banking, bankers, and if it has multiple words, it will also covers that. Okay. And lastly is the quotation mark or phrase searching. Okay. Phrase searching means that you have multiple keyword or multiple words. Okay. For example, this one I use global warming. So usually we only type global warming, and the search will covers you or will search for you global and warming. Okay. So if you use this phrase searching or the quotation marks, you will group the keyword together. So it will not search for global and warming. Instead, it will search for global warming as one keyword. So this is, you can use it in, for example, you can replace for Islamic finance or Islamic banking or social finance. Okay. So if you don't put this quotation marks and you put in social finance, the system or the result will search for you social and finance. Social might be in the title of the item, finance might be in the body of the article. So your result will not be that accurate. Okay. Okay, so we go to have some hands-on for the incentive portal. So you just click on this banner. And sign in. I already signed in the Kmc Portal, so it will automatically, I don't need to key in my credentials anymore. Okay. So here, for example, I'm looking for social finance and click search. Okay. So here I can see that I have around 1.5 million of results for social finance keyword without any truncation marks or any wildcard or any quotation marks in place. Okay. So the first and the second one and the third one, okay, you can see that social finance as a one keyword. But if you go down further, you can see that I have digital finance also in my search results. Digital finance, green finance, and social finance. Okay. I also have only social in my title of the item. And I also have social, but finance at the end of the title. Okay. So how do I narrow down or minimize the results to be more accurate? Okay, I can just put the quotation marks here and we'll see whether the result is being reduced. Okay. And I click on search. Okay. Now from 1.5 million, I only have around 6,500 results based on just by putting the quotation marks in my keyword. So now we can see that the result is more accurate based on the subject. Okay. So by having this result, you can narrow down your filtering. For example, if you want to only the latest publications, so you can use the publication year slider here. So let's say I want 2010 onwards. So there's still 6,000. So maybe I'll narrow down to 2018. Okay, so I've narrowed down my publication year from only 2018 to 2020. So I will get result only 2,300 items. Okay. So as you can see that the first result is an ebook. Okay, you can see that available in Focus eBook Central. Okay. The second one is, you can see the description here. This is the author, publication, and the physical descriptions. Database, INSEF Kmc catalogs. Okay. So this INSEF Kmc catalogs refers to, I can know that the book is a physical book which available in Kmc. So this is ebooks, this is physical books, and this is financial internet. This is journals, scholarly journals. Okay. So if you see this PDF full text links, you can straight away click the links and read the materials and download the copy of the article. So this is the full text of the article. You can click on the download icon to download the copy. And there's some useful tools available on the right-hand side. Okay, whether you can upload the articles to your Google Drive, print the articles, email, add to folder, but this is the personalized function where you need to sign in. Okay. There is also a cite icon where you can cite the article, so you don't need to manually type or reverse which citation that you need to use. Okay, so you just click on the cite icon and go to your preference or your preferred cite style. Okay, for example, in INSEF we are using APA, so you can just copy the citations and paste in at your Word document. Okay, so you don't need to look at the articles and copy the titles, copy the authors, and copy the journals title, journals volume, and so on. Okay, so you just copy this based on the citations. Okay, they already have it in template in various citation styles. And lastly is the permalink. Permalink means the link that you can share with your friends or your colleague. Okay. Link here, there are two links, which is the URL links, and this is the URL and permalink. So if you want to forward or share the articles, you are not advisable to use this link, okay, because these links contains session number and which is only you at the moment is having this link. Okay. If you paste these links to your colleague or your friends, the link might be broken and your friends will getting a different page than what you are seeing at the moment. So what you can do is you can either click on the permalink, copy this link and forward to your friends or colleague. Okay. So that's one way of sharing the items to your friends and colleague. So that's how you use the quotation marks. So let's say how is the wildcard so I'm using Sharia with, okay, so we try without any truncation mark or an icon. So I'm just putting Sharia, SHARIA, okay, and click on search. Okay. So here the system shows me there are around 10,000 results based on Sharia. Sharia without H. Okay. So let's say I'm looking for both Sharia, this particular spelling, and Sharia with AH. So since we have this kind of spelling and this kind of spelling, so I'll stop here and replace it with an asterisk. Okay. So now we'll see how many results based on this truncation. Okay, looks like my results is border. We also have sharing here. Put A and try it. Okay, now I have Sharia with H, and I also have Sharia without H. Okay. So now why my result increased from I think 6,000 before this 6,000 to 22,000 is because the system will search for Sharia with H and Sharia without H. So you have double result based on that. Okay. So Sharia without H and Sharia with H. Okay. So here I also want to highlight. Okay. Previously you have this PDF full text icon, right? Which you can easily download a copy of the articles. But here you also have this view full text at Emerald, and sometimes view record in DOAJ, and also sometimes view records in Science Direct. As I mentioned earlier, that the system will crawl all our subscribed databases. So we also subscribe to Emerald and also Science Direct. So that's why it will retrieve result based on these two database platform. Okay. So, and DOAJ is open source database, which is the directory of open access journal. Okay. So if you further click on this records or this link, the system will brings you to DOAJ page, and you can download the article from that particular page. Okay. So here I click on view full text at Emerald. And by right, it will brings me to Emerald page. And you can download your article directly from Emerald page. Okay. Don't panic or frustrated if you don't see the PDF full text icon where you might thought that the article is not available in full text. So you just further click on the link, and it will show you where to download the copy of the articles. Okay, so
for the DOAJ, do we have to log in again after we click the icon?
By right, no, because it's open source, open access.
There is a login there.
Just a login. Check. There's no PDF.
Oh yeah, it's here. There's a PDF at the bottom there. Yeah, here. So what is that login for?
This is login for this DOAJ platform.
But we don't need lah. As long, do we need to log in again?
By right, no, because DOAJ is a platform itself that
open access.
Yeah, open access. It's like collect or consolidate the open access journals into their platform. Okay. For example, this is the Kanun Journal Ilmu Hukum. Okay. For example, this is an open access article or open access journal, which DOAJ have the journals inside that. So can you get the copy of the article?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So besides using InSaf Knowledge Portal, you can also integrate our collection, our subscribed databases in Google Scholar if you prefer using Google Scholar. Okay, so I'll show you. Okay, you just go to scholar.google.com. So you can see that at the 3 lines icon, you just click on the 3 lines icon and go to setting. So once you're in the setting, you can click on library links and search for InSaf. Okay. So once you see InSaf being displayed, you just check the box there and click save. Okay. So once you have integrate our search function in Google Scholar, you can retrieve our search results that you see here in InSaf Knowledge Portal at Google Scholar. So you will have broader results. You will have the results from Google Scholar and the results from our subscribed database. Okay. So let's say I'm looking for the topic. I'm looking for Islamic banking as a keyword. So you can see that there's a full text at InSaf Kmc. So why is it full text at InSaf Kmc? Because the journal is by Elsevier. So Elsevier is the parent company for Science Direct. Okay. So if you further click on here, full text at Kmc. Okay. So this is the result from InSaf Kmc. So how Islamic is Islamic banking? Okay. Okay. So you also the result will also display the result from Google Scholar, and also from INSEF KMC. So you can see that, for example, this is Handbook of Islamic Banking. So this book is the result that being retrieved by Google Scholar. Okay, so we also have, I think this is books, but this is books which are available to download from IEFpedia, and we also have books from academia. So we also have this full text at Emerald, because it shows full text at INSEF KMC. But I don't think this is retrievable because our subscription to Emerald is only covers 2012 onwards. Okay, but this issue or this publication is 1997. You might find this in Emerald, but I'm sure that you are not able to download because this is exceed our publication access. You only allowed to access 2012 issue or journal issue onwards. Okay. So what else I need to cover? Okay. So we also receive queries from our students on how to access Scopus and Web of Science index journals. Okay. So you can check whether the particular journals is indexed in Scopus or Web of Science. Okay. So I'll show you. Okay. So I have a slide on that. Okay. Okay. So journals index in Scopus and Web of Science. Okay. So for your information, Scopus and Web of Science is the ranking database for journals and for books. This is just a database that ranks journal. Okay, you will not find any full text articles that are published in that particular journal. Okay, it will show you whether this article is indexed in Scopus or Web of Science together with their rankings. Okay. Okay. And how to check the journal's ranking? So if you have retrieved articles in the search results that I have shown, okay, you can look at the journal's title. For example, Borsa Istanbul Review, or Journal of ISRA, Journal of Islamic Finance, and you can copy the title of the journals, or if you want it to be more accurate, you can copy the ISSN, the journal's ISSN, and go to Scopus link. Okay, this is the link, scopus.com/sources, and paste the title of the journal or the ISSN number. And for WOS, you can go to this particular link, mjl.clarivate.com, and paste the same journal titles and the ISSN number. Okay. And if the result is being displayed there, means that the journals is indexed in that particular platform. And if you can't find any results, or only Scopus have the results but not WOS, means that the journal is only indexed in Scopus, but not in Web of Science, or vice versa. And if you can't find the result both in Scopus and Web of Science, means that the journal is not indexed in both platforms. Okay. So Scopus and Web of Science ranks journals. It don't ranks article. Okay. Articles usually the impact metric is by citation number. So you can, but citation we also have different platform give different number. For example, we have citation from Google Scholar, and we also have citation number from Scopus. Okay. So I'll show you how you can search for journals ranking. Okay. So for example, I'm looking for, okay, so basically in finance. Okay. Energy policy. Okay, so I click on this title, demand for green finance. Okay, this is the article is published in Science Direct. Okay, so I click on view records from Science Direct. So energy policy. So this article is published in Energy Policy Journal. Okay. So I just go to Scopus. I can use the title, let's say energy policy. Okay. So while I'm pasting the title of the journal, I can see that there's already energy policy there. Okay. So that means that this journal is being indexed in Scopus. Okay, so here you can see that energy policy journals and their ranking. So means that this journal is indexed in Scopus. So I'll check whether this article is indexed in Web of Science also. Okay, this is the homepage of Web of Science. So I just paste energy policy. Okay. So I can see that energy policy, the exact title, severe. Okay, so means that this particular journals is also indexed in both Web of Science and Scopus. Okay, so for example, for this particular article, I want to check whether this one is indexed in either Scopus or Web Science or both. So you can go to the site art, to the site icon. And copy the journal title. So I paste it here. Okay, so the journal is not indexed in Scopus. So we have another try in Web of Science. Okay, this is not the one. And if the journals have ISSN number, you can use that one also. But no, I can't see the ISS number for this particular journal. I need to go for a quick Google to get the ISSN number. Okay. Now I go to ISSN and paste the ISSN number. Okay, so for sure it's not indexed in Scopus. Okay, so it takes longer time. So I'm sure this journal is not indexed either in Scopus or Web of Science. Yeah, no results. Okay. So if your particular lecturers insist you to refer to journals which are indexed in Scopus or Web of Science, so this particular article is not the one that you can refer to. Okay. So I've covered Kmc Portal, InSelf Knowledge Portals, Google Scholar, and Scopus and Web of Science. So the last but not least, we go to InSelf Knowledge Portal. Okay. So this is the link to InSelf Knowledge Portal. It's also available in Kmc Portal. Okay, you can directly click this icon hyperlink, InSelf Knowledge Repository. Okay. So InSelf Knowledge Repository is a repository for InSelf faculty member publications and also our examination papers, the past examination papers. Okay. So for authors or faculty members that have published their scholarly works, regardless books, chapter of books, journal publications, seminar proceedings and presentations, where if they have report that in our repository, we will retrieve the full text of the papers or the publication and upload it in our IKR. Okay. So the how to use is quite straightforward. If you are looking for a particular title, the publication or the works, you can search for it here. For example, I'm looking for social finances. For example, the in trend keyword at the moment, fintech. Okay. So you can see here we have the works done by Dr. Ziad and Prof. Shamshe, which is newsletter and bulletin. Okay, we also have our previous PCO, Mr. Daud Vikari Abdullah. Okay. Okay, and also chapter of books by Dr. Aisyah Muniza. Okay. So for example, if you're looking for that particular books or particular chapter, so by right, this is, I need to log in to download it. Okay, so I just click download and I just click login. Okay, so once I have login, I will see two links, which is view online and download. View online means that you are viewing the items in a new tab, which is okay, so you are in the view PDF reader. So you can have a look on the works or the item, and if you need to download it, you can click on download icon. Okay. So besides that, you can see that we have author profile. So if you need to look for the particular faculty member or the particular lecturers that who are teaching you at the moment, for example, Dr. Iskandar. So this number represents how many publications that they have uploaded in IKR. Okay. So far, the top authors that uploaded their works in IKR is Dr. Aisyah with 172, followed by Dr. Baharul with 121, and the rest. Okay. So let's say I'm looking for Prof. Shamshe. I'm looking at Prof. Shamshe author profile. Okay. So this is his background, and you can see that the content distribution is based on his either is the type of his publication. Okay, so if I hover, I will see that he has 41 journal article, 38 chapter in books, followed by 12 newsletter and bulletin, 7 books, industry article 5, and academic presentation 2. Okay. So this is all his 120 publication that he has uploaded in IKR. So if you need to view the author's profile of inside faculty member, you can explore the author profile. And we also have communities and collections. Okay. So communities and collections is the collection that we have sort based on the publication works. For example, we have scholarly works. Scholarly works means the academic publications, which covers journal articles, books, chapter in books. Okay. Expert insight is the non-academic publication, but this is based on their personal views. For example, blog content, interviews, newspaper article, and we also have keynote and speech. Okay. Besides that, we also have thesis and dissertation for our masters and PhD students. That the one that they have provide us with their soft copy of their final thesis and dissertation. For those that are not yet to provide us with the final soft copy of their works, we are unable to provide that. Okay. So, and learning materials is the previous examination papers. Okay. So you can see we have 208 examination papers. So the examination papers is classified by semester. Okay, so you can see that the latest edition is September 2020 PhD semester. Okay, so MSc semester, we also have the latest one is September 2020, CIFP September 2020, and followed by the previous semester. Okay. Okay, we have June, January. Okay. So you also can search by the subject of the course, for example, Sharia aspect. Okay. So I just copy the subject course and paste it here. And I can see in which semester that this course is being offered. Okay, so the course is being offered in semester June 2020, September 2020, January, and PCIF also. Okay. So that's one of the way to look for examination papers. Just make sure that you are logged in. Okay. For example, I look for communities and collection. I go to learning materials. I can see that there are 208 items in exam papers. But if I log out, and I repeat the same step. Okay, learning materials, I will not see any item here. So there are 0. So that's one of the ways to authenticate that only authorized students or members can see the previous examination papers. Okay. So let's say if you are browsing the IKR and suddenly you are unable to see the examination papers, just make sure that double check you have successfully logged in or not. Okay, so here I'm already logged in and I can see the examination papers results. So I almost covered all the presentation topic here. Okay. So if you have any questions or certain part that you want me to cover more, I can do that before we end the session. The session is recorded and will be uploaded in KMC YouTube. So if you are unable to join at the beginning of the training session, you can watch the recording at our KMC YouTube. Okay. And I also will be distributing the presentation slides to the registered participants. Okay. Okay. So if there is no further questions, if you have any further questions after the training ends, you can email myself or the KMC team at kmc@insef.org. So that's about it. So thank you for your time and participations. So I'm looking forward for our next online training session for Fitch Connect. So for your information, Fitch Connect is the financial database that we subscribe to extract or to get the bank's financial data. So if you're interested to look for the upcoming trainings, you may sign at the registration page that we have provided. Okay. So thank you and Assalamualaikum. So I have another chat here. Okay. Okay, you're welcome, Miss Azlin. Okay, Assalamualaikum all.